What if Patrick Mahomes is about to risk everything for one more run? Coming off a serious knee injury, he's already pushing limits the Chiefs might not be able to control. And inside the building, there's growing tension about how far is too far. But what happens if he doesn't stop in time? The injury wasn't just a setback, it may have changed everything for Patrick Mahomes. Late last season, he didn't just suffer a routine knee issue, it was a serious ACL and LCL tear, the kind that quietly reshapes careers. And while modern recovery timelines have improved, this isn't just about healing, it's about how he plays after. Mahomes isn't a pocket passer like Joe Burrow. His game is built on chaos, sharp cuts, off-balance throws, sudden pivots. That's exactly what puts stress on a recovering knee. And historically, even elite quarterbacks take a full year before they truly look like themselves again. But here's the problem: Mahomes doesn't play safe, he never has. Medical experts often warn that returning too early or pushing too aggressively can lead to compensations, re-injury, or even long-term decline. And for a player whose greatness depends on improvisation, even a slight hesitation could change everything. So while the headlines say he's ahead of schedule, the real question isn't if he can come back. It's whether he can come back the same. But Mahomes has never been the type to hold back, and that's where things get dangerous. When Andy Reid stepped up to the podium, his words sounded confident, but the details told a different story. At first, he said Patrick Mahomes can do some things, a cautious, controlled update, the kind you expect during a serious recovery, but just moments later that tone shifted. Suddenly, Mahomes can do everything. That gap, it's not small, it's massive. Because in the NFL, some means limited reps, strict monitoring, no real risk. Everything means full movement, full trust, and dangerously close to game speed pressure. And when a coach jumps between those two extremes, it usually signals uncertainty behind the scenes. Reid knows what's at stake. This isn't just any player, it's the engine of a dynasty. Rushing him back too early could cost more than a season, but holding him back, that might be impossible. Because Mahomes isn't wired to wait. And reading between the lines, it feels like the Chiefs are walking a tightrope, trying to protect their superstar while knowing he's already pushing past their limits. The messaging isn't just inconsistent, it might be intentional. But if the coach sounds unsure, what does that say about what's really happening behind closed doors? For Patrick Mahomes, sitting out has never really been an option, it's just not how he's built. This is the same player who limped through a high ankle sprain in the playoffs and still found a way to win. Pain, risk, limitations, those things don't seem to register the same way for him. And that's exactly what makes this situation different. Because coming off an ACL and LCL injury isn't just about toughness, it's about discipline. It's about knowing when not to push. But Mahomes has built his entire career on doing the opposite, extending plays, escaping pressure, turning broken moments into highlights. Reports suggest he's already pushing to avoid the PUP list, wanting full control of the offense as soon as possible. And internally, that creates a quiet tension, because how do you tell a player like Mahomes to slow down when he believes he's ready? Some fans believe this is just who he is, a competitor who refuses to wait. Others think it's a risk the Chiefs can't afford. Either way, one thing is clear: Mahomes isn't planning to ease back in. And that mindset might be exactly what puts everything on the line. When the Chiefs made the move for Justin Fields, it didn't feel like a typical depth signing, it felt calculated. On paper, it's simple: add a talented backup behind Patrick Mahomes, but in this context, it raises a bigger question: what are they preparing for? Fields isn't just any backup. He's a former first-round pick with starting experience, mobility, and a skill set that can actually keep the offense functional if Mahomes misses time. Teams don't usually invest in that level of insurance unless there's real uncertainty behind the scenes. Some fans believe this is just smart roster building, protecting the season in case of setbacks. Others think it signals something deeper, a quiet concern about Mahomes' recovery timeline that the team isn't openly discussing. And then there's another layer: playstyle. Fields brings a similar improvisational ability, which could mean the Chiefs are preparing to run a system that doesn't drastically change, even without Mahomes. That's not normal for a team built around a generational quarterback. Because if everything was truly fine, would they need a backup like this? And the more you look at it, the more it feels like the Chiefs are planning for something they hope never happens. The timing couldn't be more important, and the Chiefs know it. Right now, the AFC isn't as stable as it once looked. Powerhouses are dealing with coaching changes, roster questions, and inconsistency. And for a team led by Patrick Mahomes, that creates something rare. An opening. Dynasties aren't just built on talent, they're built on timing. And this might be the moment where everything lines up again. While other contenders are trying to figure themselves out, the Chiefs still have their core, their system, and the quarterback who's already proven he can take over the league. But that opportunity comes with pressure. Because windows like this don't stay open for long. One season of hesitation, one missed chance, and suddenly the balance of power shifts again. And Mahomes knows that. He's already chasing a legacy that puts him alongside the greatest to ever play, and every season matters now. Some believe that's exactly why he's pushing so hard to come back, because he sees what's in front of him. The Chiefs don't just want to compete, they want to take control again. But when urgency starts driving decisions, that's when the biggest risks are taken. There's a part of this story that nobody inside the Chiefs organization is going to say out loud, but it's the part that matters most. Because when it comes to Patrick Mahomes, the real risk isn't just this season. It's everything that comes after. ACL recoveries aren't just about returning, they're about how you return. One wrong cut, one awkward pivot, one moment of overconfidence, and the damage doesn't just reset, it compounds. And for a player whose greatness depends on movement, even a small decline can quietly change everything. Some fans believe the Chiefs are fully aware of this risk and are choosing to accept it anyway. Not because they're careless, but because the window to dominate the league again might be right now. That's the dilemma. Do you protect the future of a generational quarterback, or do you trust him to chase greatness even if it means putting his body on the line? Because Mahomes isn't the type to hold back. If he feels ready, he's going to play like it, no hesitation, no second guessing. And the Chiefs may not be able to stop him. But if this gamble goes wrong, it won't just cost them a season, it could change the entire future of their dynasty. It all comes down to one question: are the Chiefs chasing another dynasty or walking straight into disaster? With Patrick Mahomes, the line between greatness and risk has always been razor-thin. That fearless style is what made him special. But now, coming off a major knee injury, that same mindset could be the one thing the Chiefs can't fully control. Because this isn't just about winning another Super Bowl. It's about how much you're willing to risk to get there. On one side, you have a generational quarterback who refuses to slow down, who sees an open AFC and a chance to add to his legacy right now. On the other, a team that understands how fragile that opportunity becomes if something goes wrong again. Some fans believe this is the moment Mahomes cements his greatness. Others think it's the beginning of a dangerous gamble that could backfire in ways no one expects. And maybe that's what makes this so compelling. The Chiefs don't have a clear, safe path forward, they only have a choice. Trust their superstar or try to protect him from himself. Because in the end, this season won't just define a championship, it might define Mahomes' entire future.